What's up guys, it's Darius, and today I wanted to bring you guys new information on Destiny 2 in regards to what Bungie's vision is for the game compared to Destiny 1. Now this info is coming from the IGN First that is currently taking place, and it's focused on Destiny 2. For those who don't know, IGN First are basically where IGN gets a bunch of information on a game months before it releases, and they spread that info out over the course of a month. But I didn't really feel the need to cover that due to there not being any real new information about it, except for the fact that Master Raoul is not being the Cryptarch this time, RIP, and he's being replaced by Tara Karn, as well as there being some hidden stuff to do in the social space alongside it expanding in the future. But for today, July 6th, they're covering Bungie's vision for Destiny 2, and here are some of the highlights from that video and the info in it. So first off, they reiterate why they felt the need to make a sequel rather than keep making expansions for the first game. Luke Smith basically says that when you see a 2 on a game, it opens up the opportunity for more players to come in and enjoy that world without having to worry too much about playing the previous game. At least that's the case for Destiny 2. And that is true to an extent, seeing as though even Bungie has admitted that Destiny 1 was like issue 0 of a comic book and Destiny 2 was actually issue 1. Piggybacking off that comic book statement, in this IGN First, Mark Noseworthy then goes to bring up how crafting an excellent story is a huge priority for them this time. And we can already see that due to the amount of cutscenes we've already gotten for the game, as well as the quality of those cutscenes. He then even mentions how in Destiny 1 there was a subculture of players who solely focused on the story through Grimoire, and that it was a niche audience. However, they believe that more people can and should be able to be a part of that. This is most likely the drive for them making everything story-wise in-game. He also mentions how world progression and side stories that aren't as prominent but still important to those who love deep story and hidden info will be there in things like weapons, kind of like how Destiny 1 did. We'll have to see how deep this info goes compared to how the Grimoire did in Destiny 1 when the sequel releases. Another highlight for me personally was the fact that Mark mentions that if you see an activity on your map, it's basically because you haven't done it yet, and you can do it as soon as you see it, as well as get an idea of what type of reward you'll get. Soon after that, Luke mentions difficulty of the game, but in this segment he actually said what was probably the most exciting thing for me in the entire video. He mentions that all around they want to make Destiny 2 a harder game, and they want players to go into activities and look into their inventory like a golf bag and see what will best suit this activity. But then he also says that this is important because there will be some activities that do not allow you to change your loadout. Yep. He actually said that. So we're not actually sure what these activities might be. However, I thought about if maybe Nightfalls didn't come back with the kit to orbit upon failure, but rather you can only complete the Nightfall with the loadout that you spawn in with. That'd be pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, those are basically the highlights for today's IGN First video on Destiny 2. Tomorrow they will be covering their impressions of the game, which is very vague, so we're not exactly sure what we'll be getting in terms of impressions tomorrow. However, whatever it is, I'll be sure to bring you the most important info from that and any upcoming information about Destiny 2 this month on this channel. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to go down in the comment section, let me know what you think of these pieces of info. Share this video with others who may not be aware of this video and its info, and sub and click the bell for more Destiny 2 news coming in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.